Do you think this scene actually has some connection to the movie poster from The Shining? Let's find out. Hey, hello, and welcome to my channel. And as you can see, today we're discussing The Shining, but we're doing something a little different. We're actually going to take a look at that eerie movie poster from The Shining, as well as several other poster designs for this film, because in case you didn't know, there's more than one. And there were also several earlier designs that weren't used but are very interesting. So we're going to take a look at those and see if we can find out the meaning behind the Shining movie poster. Now, this yellow poster is the one most people are familiar with, and it was indeed the original theatrical poster for the US market where the film opened. It was specifically chosen by Kubrick, and the artist's name is Saul Bass. But amazingly, Kubrick and the artist went through more than 300 designs before choosing this one. And this red poster you see here is one of the alternate designs. In fact, the artist, Saul Bass, apparently preferred this red one. But Kubrick chose this yellow one. So let's take a look at it. It's done in sort of a pointillist style of art, or at least the face is, almost like an out of focus black and white photograph, where the features are fuzzy and you can't quite make it out. I'm often unsure whether this face is being lit from above or from beneath, but since the word shining is right underneath it, I'll have to assume that's the clue and that the face is lit from below. Also, it's hard to tell the age of the person. The image definitely retains some mystery. Also, it seems to be peeking out of the letter T here. Notice on top it says, "A masterpiece of modern horror." I agree. Now, one of the more famous sets in The Shining is, of course, the maze, where Wendy and Danny almost get lost in. Now, if you look here, you can see one of those alternate poster designs that didn't get used. Let me show you a better view. Here you can see a better view of this poster design. And again, it's in the black and white pointillist style. It shows our maze with three figures in front. Is it Danny and Wendy and Jack? It's not totally clear, but this shot of the maze from above reminds me of the shot of Jack staring at the maze model. There is some foreboding. And yes, that's Stanley's writing on it, but we'll get into that in a minute. Now, that yellow poster was on the American release, but international film releases had other designs, and here you can see one for the Japanese poster. Of course, it shows the scene where Jack is trying to break down the bathroom door with an axe, while Wendy is terrified inside. And when Jack's face comes through the door saying, "Here's Johnny," I have to say, it does remind me just a little bit of that face in the yellow poster, peeking through the letter T. Well, actually, it's the whole word the that has the face in it, but it's mostly the letter T. Now, to get back to that other poster design, let's take a look at Stanley's actual note on it. To the side, you can see it says, quote, "Maze and figures places too much emphasis on maze. I don't think we should use the maze in ads," unquote. Pretty amazing. I'm guessing Kubrick thought it would be too literal to just put the maze on the poster. He was more subtle. And here you can see more writing underneath that says, "P.S. I would like to suggest it is a film of terror, a must, and the supernatural, if possible." And Kubrick emphasizes the word terror by underlining it twice. So let's take a look at the terror. Of course, Danny gets terrorized when he goes into room 237, and again when he meets those ghostly twins in the hallways of the Overlook, as well as when he has his Shining episode about the River of Blood. And Wendy gets terrorized by Jack as she has to protect herself with a baseball bat as he has become unhinged. And they both face danger as they try to hide from Jack in the bathroom. And Danny has to escape through the tiny window into the snow. Actually, this shot of Wendy peering out from the bathroom window, which she is too big to fit through, is also similar to that face on the movie poster, maybe even more so, since Wendy is actually being terrorized by Jack, who is smashing the door with an axe, trying to kill Wendy and Danny, who is just small enough to fit through the window. So Danny does escape by sliding down the snowbank, but Wendy can't fit as she tries to fight off Jack with a kitchen knife. Wendy may actually be the most terrorized character in The Shining. Now, remember that Japanese version of the movie poster we saw? Well, I found the English version of this poster, and as you can see, it features the scene we just saw of a Jack breaking through the bathroom door. But notice what it says on top. The tide of terror that swept America is here. That's different than the yellow poster, and I don't think it's just some random marketing phrase. I think the tide of terror that swept America is an allusion to the Native American themes that are in The Shining that refer to the killing of Native peoples, such as the Overlook being built on top of an old Indian burial ground. I actually have a whole video about that subject called The Shining Native American Themes, and I'll try to link that in the description below. Now, to sum up, we have seen that this yellow poster was chosen by Kubrick after he and the artist went through hundreds of other designs. So, although it's a simple design, I think it's meant to invoke terror, especially if you think of the person's face in the letter T as someone who may be trapped, kind of like Wendy is trapped in the bathroom because she can't fit through the window. Or that face in the poster could be Jack, as he maniacally breaks down the door with an axe, because he's definitely terrifying his family. And terror is a very important word in regard to this poster, because Stanley really wanted to emphasize terror, as we can see in his own writing. And again, here we get the word terror, the tide of terror that swept America. But this may hint at a deeper meaning to the word, since it might tie in to Native American themes in The Shining. So, whose face is in the poster? Well, the image is enigmatic, even Jungian, so perhaps Kubrick wanted to leave us with a little mystery. Well, that's my new video about the movie poster from The Shining. I hope you liked it. I'm working on something for next week, and I hope to have that up soon. Also, thank you so much to my awesome comment section. I always enjoy reading them. And it does help my channel if you hit that subscribe button. But either way, my name is Shim. Thank you for being here, and have a nice day.